Connect with us on various platforms. We're omnipresent.
A Parallel Universe Time Travel Saga. Chapter 1. The Clockmaker's Last Laugh. In the heart of what was once Vienna, but now called New Berlin, inside a derelict observatory, surrounded by thunderstruck woods and echoing wind turbines, lived a man the world had forgotten. Dr. Elias Voss, former historian, disgraced physicist, and globally unwanted fugitive, stared at the humming orb of blue plasma suspended above a rusted metal pedestal. His face, illuminated in electric shadows, wore a familiar mix of arrogance and obsession. Finally, he muttered, adjusting his cracked spectacles, someone with brains will rewrite history, or whatever this universe pretends to be. Elias wasn't always a pariah. Once, he lectured on temporal causality at the Zurich Institute, famous for debating time paradoxes with live simulations. That was before the Chronos Protocol incident, before the lab accident that tore a hole in space-time, his first taste of what lay beneath the skin of reality. Now, with a homemade device stitched together from alien alloys, scavenged AI remnants, and an ancient Mayan relic he wasn't entirely sure was real, Elias had one goal: map the alternate timelines of this universe and find the origin of temporal infection. He called the machine Vortex. Its function? Simple. It didn't just send you through time. It sent you through the wrong time in the wrong universe. And that's exactly what Elias wanted. Jump 1. The Kingdom of Neon Bones. Year 3021, Alt X. The room shuddered. Lights flickered. The plasma orb cracked like lightning in reverse. Elias braced himself against the cold pulse surging through his bones. And then, silence. He opened his eyes. He was standing in a massive city, but the sky above was pulsing like a heartbeat, purple and bruised. Towers made of bone and chrome stretched into the clouds. Holograms of monarchs long dead projected into the air, whispering in Latin mixed with binary. He looked at his temporal beacon watch. Location, Alt X Universe, year 3021. Status, stabilizing. Excellent, he smirked. First stop, a dystopia on steroids. Elias wandered the city, noting with disturbed fascination that the people had no eyes. Just black glass lenses grafted into their skulls. A woman knelt in the street, feeding data chips to a small child through a port in his throat. Police drones hummed above, crucifying those who spoke. As he moved through the neon-lit alleyways, Elias noticed something far more troubling. Everyone kept avoiding him. Worse, their whispers carried a phrase that chilled even his ego-inflated heart. He's wearing the watch. He's the one they warned us about. The clockmaker returns, burn the moment, erase the ripple. Then came the noise, a static scream, like metal being shredded underwater. He turned. From the haze emerged a figure in a ragged cloak, its face smooth and featureless like melted glass. It pointed a finger at Elias. "You brought the rot." Before he could respond, the figure lunged. Elias slammed the emergency recall trigger. Back to reality? Not quite. Elias landed hard on the metal floor of the observatory. His shoulder was bleeding. The machine smoked. His hands trembled. He grinned. Fascinating. Then he noticed something. The clocks in the lab were all running backward, all of them. And scrawled across the inside of his coat, in a handwriting not his own. Don't go to year 4057. That's where it begins. That's where you begin. To be continued.